All right, y'all. Let's keep it 100. This is a bad loss. The Knicks go down to Miami 115 to 107. Brunson gave us 37, carries the offense on his back, and we still fold. Why? Because we lived and died by the three with no backup plan. We shot 54 threes. 54. And the threes were not falling. Mike Brown had zero adjustments, no mid-range attack, no looks in the post for Cat, no set easy buckets, just straight chaos offense. Cat gave us 18 rebounds. Mikal chipped in with 20. OG hit some threes early, but there was no rhythm, no leadership from the sideline. This one is not on effort. This one is on coaching. Mike Brown got to take this one on the chin, man. Pause. I'm T-Time with the Knicks to Ish panel. We're breaking down why this was more than a loss. This was a failure to adapt. Hit the like button, jump in the chat. Let's talk about it. Because this right here was coaching malpractice. Fras,
Hit the intro.
If I can, I can't.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back to melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to precinct.
Fuck the ball! Fuck everybody on the floor! When we get on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga!
Yeah. Live and direct once again on your YouTube screen. It is your favorite Knicks Ish panel. Y'all already know the rivalry. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fras Taz, here in the building with the Knicks Ish panel. Got the first lady of Knicks Ish, Mrs. Knicks, is in the building. We got over there to the left of me on the screen, the co-host of the show, the one and only Kev Rodriguez in the building. And of course, last but certainly not least, he is a wait, no.
I'm
He's
a
the host of the show.
sparkler.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. He is the host of the show. The one and only T-Time is in the building. Shout out to the panel, and of course, shout out Knickerbocker Ave out there. Plus, like for your favorite panel, sharing as always can. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you got your bell set to all so that you get all notifications when Knicks and Ish goes live. Also, do know that we do have the super chat button available to those who would like to donate to the channel. So if you do decide to donate to the channel, we will literally stop where we at, and we will oblige and highlight your super chat here on the show. So do remember and keep that in mind. Who's in the comments? Unmute yourself.
You're muted, T-Time.
One more thing about the super chat, right? If we get 10 super chats tonight, we're giving away one of these JB on Fire hoodies for free to one of the people who donated so graciously to the super chat. You feel me? We're gonna be giving away one of these if we get 10 super chats tonight. You know what I mean? 10. All right. My bad, Fras. Continue.
All right. Yeah, who's in the comments? There we go. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Steven.
He's back. Steven. What's the word? Chicago 422 in the building.
Steven only show up when he want to complain about some shit.
Of course, you know how Steven is. Michael Pringle in the building. We see you out there. You know what I mean? Go ahead, T-Time. Let's take it away.
All right, yeah. So tonight was severe nasty work in the highest degree. Uh, we lost 115 to 107 to Miami. Shot 54 threes, which is it only hit 15, which is 27, really 28%. Uh, it was a frustrating game to watch, man. I'm not even going to cap. Frustrating. Uh, and the reason why, in my eyes, it was frustrating, right? Uh, I felt like there was no plan B tonight. Like either we gonna start making these threes or we gonna lose. That was the game plan tonight. We we gonna start making threes or we about to pack it up. And that was nasty work. I wasn't a fan of that because we was very much in this game, even with the lack of 3 pointers made. Uh, but it was just no adjustment. It didn't seem like there was no direction to tell these guys, well, let's try to get to the cup. Let's try to get Cat in a post against a smaller Bam Adebayo or a slower footed Ware. You know what I mean? Let's try doing that. No, that wasn't it. We gonna just chuck these threes. Uh, so I know I'm a big overreactor, but to my question to the panel to start off is two things. Tell me your opinion on the game, obviously. Give me a take about the game. How bad was this loss really? Right? That's my question to y'all. Your take on the game and how bad was this loss really?
This game was bullshit. This game was bullshit. Nothing that we saw in game 1 and 2 we saw tonight. Nothing. I was so annoyed, and I'm not overreacting. I'm not saying this is gonna be, but this reminded me of last season, and I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit at all. It was like give the ball to JB and hope JB makes everything. That's what it looked like tonight, and that's not what this team set up as is all about. It was frustrating as fuck. Frustrating as fuck. I'm just sitting there like, so we beat Boston, we beat Cleveland, and then we let a nigga named Powell kill us. You see, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what is this? Yeah, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed with the bench. What they've given these last 2 games, absolutely not. They are way more talented than that. Clarkson really had my blood boiling today. Like you were saying, like he wasn't living up to what you thought for the last couple of games he time, but today every time he touched the ball, my blood just boiled. I'm like, bro, you ain't making shit, and then you ain't passing it.
You heard.
You just throwing the shit up.
You heard. he was giving me a headache. I ain't
It's
gonna
gonna
cap.
be annoying. Like y'all are better than that, and we expect a better product on that court than what the fuck we saw today.
Yeah, this is facts. This is facts. Gentlemen.
Y'all muted.
You can unmute yourself. Hold on. I don't even think. Can I do that?
We
Oh,
can't.
there
There
we
you
go.
go.
There we go. There we go. I did it. I did it. What up, y'all? Yeah, today they played with low energy on both sides. I think in the first half, they was going back and forth. We was battling and battling and battling, but the ball didn't move as much as they did, like I said, in the first 2 games. Their bench completely dominated our bench. Our bench was trash today. Um, the fast break points, they dominated us in that. I think it was 31 fast break points to our 10 points. So obviously there was no kind of transition on the offensive end other than, like you said, Jalen Brunson. But it's still early in the season. I'm not gonna lose my mind off of game 3. I'd rather all this happen now than later on in the season. Um, we got to remember that we got a new coaching staff. We still got to figure out. People still got to figure out their roles. You know, I'm kind of, when it comes to JC, I'm not gonna like lose my mind off of it. He's struggling. It's a new team. And sometimes people just need time to adjust. So I'm gonna give him and Yabusele, you know, maybe 10 to 15 games. And then after that I could really like I could tell you really how I feel. I can't really go over 3 games right now.
Yeah. Sis, can you post the? Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Nick's ish brother Knickerbocker Ave up in these comments. Yeah, I mean, word, he did post another super chat. Definitely, prayers for Scatterboo. Yeah, I mean, that was nasty work today. Yeah, I mean, that was nasty
I
work.
didn't even see that one. My bad.
Even if I'm hating on the Giants right now, I still don't wish that kind of mess on nobody. That was nasty.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, right? When I saw the play, and this real quick, when I saw the play, I didn't think nothing of it until when I seen one of our
His
players.
ankle.
Yo, but it was when his teammate was screaming for the coaches to go like that. I was like, oh man, I already knew something was up when I seen that. And then when they showed the video of him holding his ankle, I was like, I just turned the TV off. I didn't even watch after that.
Facts.
Yeah, that was nasty. Sis, can you go back to the other comment, please?
Yep.
But yeah, shout out for him for sparking off the whole goal of 10
Super chats.
And to clarify, I mean, because I didn't do that earlier, is the $5 super chats. I mean, we need 10 of the $5 super chats, and we giving away one of these Johns right here to somebody in it that contributed to the super chat. My fault. Continue, y'all. Thanks.
But I mean, to go to his super chat, he did say there's gonna be adjustment periods, and we all know that, but shooting 54 threes ain't a fucking adjustment. I mean, it don't take a fucking genius, a super coach, or superstar players to figure, okay, we shooting threes, these shits ain't going through. Like, let's attack the basket. You know what I mean? Like, at what point it don't take a genius of basketball to know that your threes ain't gonna go in. They just wasn't going in, and they were wide open threes that weren't going in. It wasn't like they were well contested. A lot of them were wide open threes that just weren't going in. This is bullshit. Like, I'm just so
really, like, the only 2 guys that was really knocking down 3-point shots was JB and Mikal. That was it. Everybody else was trash.
And OG had a few, but fucking Cat, bro. Cat was
OG was 4 for 12.
I mean, he hit more than the other one.
Yeah, he did. He did.
But no, it was just terrible. It was all over terrible.
Yeah.
I wish so. Repeat the question for me again, please, time so I can answer it properly.
First give your take, and then you ended off with how bad was this loss really?
Alright, well, first off, let me say, shout out to everybody in the building in the comments. You know what it is. I know the rivalry. This was, I'm watching the game, and it's like, hanging around. First quarter, second quarter, just let the tempo off a little bit. Get back in it. Tempo off again a little bit. I'm like, I'm not liking how this is looking. Too many 3-point shots. Mike Brown, you don't need 40 3-point shots in a game plan. Like, what are we doing here, guys? That's one thing I don't agree with. It's 40 3-point shots in the game plan. No. I understand. I know the number is 54 for the game, but what I'm saying is, when they first introduced Mike Brown and he talked about his game plan, he was talking about including the 3-point shot. He wanted like 43-point attempts a game. Well, that's way too many. Like we already have problems with that as it is. You shouldn't need 43-point attempts to know if they're not going down. Time to switch it up. What happened to all that highlighting the big man in the post that you was talking about doing? Bring that into effect or something. Like you gotta switch it up. Like we got back to the one dimensional thing in that game. That's why they ended up taking over in the third and the fourth. Like, I mean,
My fault. I agree with what Mrs. Nick said. It don't take a rocket scientist to know, hey, we not making threes. Let's try something else. Uh, because this is by far like it's only we only 3 games in, but this is the most 3-pointers we took so far this season, right? It's not even close, right? So why on the worst shooting night you decide I'm going to shoot more? And it's not just the amount of 3-pointers we took. It was the quality of 3-pointers we took. I'm watching OG Anunoby shoot 3-pointers over outstretched hands all night. Like, and you haven't hit nothing. You haven't hit nothing. But yet there's somebody standing right in front of you and you're trying to shoot over them. Now that's not a good shot. It's not a good shot. A lot of them were not good shots. Some of them were, but a lot of them were really not good shots. You know, we're struggling. We in transition. You're trying to shoot a run-up 3-pointer. It's not a good shot. You haven't made none. Why you running up the court? Stop trying to shoot a pull-up 3-pointer. You're not in rhythm. How about we get to the cup? Let's get some easy baskets. We're not down by 100. We didn't really go down by double digits until mid-fourth quarter. If we were doing what we supposed to do in augmenting the game plan and getting more easier baskets, we win this game. Because we was right there for most of the game. But no, for some strange reason, there was nobody with a thinking cap on the sideline to say, hey, you know what? Maybe we should go to the cup a little bit. Because, you know, as talented of a defender as Bam Adebayo is, he's not like a stalwart rim protector. Neither is that Ware kid. So why were we so scared to attack the cup? It was time that we was even getting to the paint and kick the ball out. But I also do agree with Kev. It is game 3. No reason to go crazy, but at the same time, it's super frustrating to watch. It's super frustrating to watch. Yeah,
And,
Kev.
and and I gotta say, like, I feel like you said, instead of chucking all those threes, I feel like Cat, if you see like your shot is not dropping, we all know we all know you could score 25 to 30 at any point in the game. We all know you got good enough game to attack the basket. We all seen do it time and time and time again. And I feel like he wasn't playing as aggressive as he should. And I understand that you still trying to find your way into the offense, but bro, you're like a how many time all-star already? Like you shouldn't have to doubt yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you see that JB and Mikal are the only 2 guys contributing, then we need you to step up, bro. That's why we traded you. I mean, that's why we traded for you. You know what I mean? So I'm 15 and 18. I mean, those are still good numbers. Like I'm not, but I feel like, or like offensively, he kind of sat back today and didn't play as aggressive as he should have.
That's a fact.
Because I think at any point in the time he could have schooled the Bam Adebayo at any time.
When
At
he
any time.
when he did get paint touches, he got the basket or foul. Like it's just that simple. Like, well, why like what's happening? Like why like nobody had a thinking? That's what I'm saying. Nobody had the thinking cap to be like, hey, let's try something different.
Right. And the ball wasn't even moving as smoothly as it's been moving. Like it's stuck really bad today. Pause, I guess, maybe.
And listen, we had 23 assists. We had 23 assists. But most of those assists came on, you know, like it seemed like they just was just chucking up 3-pointers.
But again, we could have had 30 assists if we didn't miss so many damn shots.
I agree.
Like the game was just painful to watch, and it like y'all said, it is game 3, and I'm not pressed on it, but I don't want to see this shit again. Not one more time.
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, this is why I say like this game was in hand, because if you look at the shooting numbers that's on the screen, right? We just took way more bad shots.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it came down to. We just took way more bad shots. If we just got to the cup, right? If we just got to the cup a little bit more, we'd be talking a different story. You know what I mean? We'd be talking about what a great comeback this was. You know?
Or play better defense, because the defense was shit today.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Yes, our transition defense was terrible today.
It was some lapses for sure. It was some lapses for sure. But I felt like our defense is what kept this game kind of close for most of the game. You know, that was the one thing I felt like we was okay at today. Like we played some good defense. We turned them over a few times.
That's what killed us. The points off of turnovers. They had 20 points over turnovers.
Yeah,
that kind of hurt us.
Yeah, nah, but this is the stat that was the telltale of the game. Let's keep it a buck. Like this is the game. This is the game.
Yeah.
54. Yo, 54.
Yeah,
that shit is insane.
Yo.
Like I think they thought they were the the Warriors when they had Klay Thompson and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know
when they first chip. But yo, Kev, you know the crazy part about that is they didn't even shoot this many threes. That's what people don't like. People talk about the Warriors and the amount of threes they shot above average amount of threes for sure, but they never shot this many. That's the problem. You know what I mean? But I got more questions for the panel. Mrs. Knicks, right? Which one I was gonna ask? That is the question. So I already placed a wild blame on Mike Brown. In your opinion, how much of this loss tonight is on Mike Brown versus the players?
I think most of it is on him. I mean, you're the coach. You're supposed to hold the team responsible, right? If you're not liking what they're doing on the court, then changes need to be made, right? And if you're not making changes, then that's on you. I didn't even like some of the lineups he had on the court today. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like Clarkson and JB together. I didn't like it today. Not saying that it's not a lineup that maybe will work at some point, but I don't think Clarkson is in a place right now to be on the court with the starters. I didn't like that adjustments weren't made when JB was off the court. Like when JB was off the court and it was Clarkson, Kolek, Yabusele, and I think Josh and Mikal. They weren't scoring anything. And that's when they went and started leading by 18 points. Like at some point, and I get it, You want JB to get his rest. But if he's the only one putting in work and we're still within, striking distance, why is he not on the court, right? We're only in game 3. He can't be winded. Not after playing what he played last season.
Right.
So, no, a lot of it is on him. And I want to see how this team comes out on Tuesday, because it better not look like this today, like what today looked like. There needs to be adjustments. He needs to make adjustments. And if the guys aren't following what he's asking or producing or adjusting, then their asses need to go to the bench. And I don't care if their names is Cat or JC or whoever.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Cav, Mrs. Nixon alluded to some changes that could have, like some adjustments that could have been made. But in your opinion, right, what other adjustments do you feel that Mike Brown could have made tonight that have changed the outcome?
Maybe tell the guy to take less 3-point shots. Not take 54 shots at the 3-point line. I feel like maybe not take so many tough shots. Move the ball around like I heard him say, we didn't get enough. I don't want to say it because I know I'm gonna get paused and I'm gonna get the alert right away, because even when he said it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, now, like, I don't want to say it like that. You know what I mean? But like when he says it, when he says spray the ball,
That was
like
crazy.
spray, I'm like, Jesus Christ, you can't use another term, another term. Like, why we can't use another term, Mike? Please. We
They
gotta
can't.
change that up. And like my brother said, protect the paint. We didn't protect the paint enough. They had their way with us the whole time. And I don't think he put our players in the right position to win tonight.
In the words of T-Time, that was crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, I agree too with that. I feel like he played too small. Pause. Uh, but because I get it, Mitch is not there. But we didn't really dominate the balls like we did in the first 2 games, and I think that's because you had Yabu playing the 5. Yeah, I mean, like, you got Yabu trying to box out where that to me didn't make sense. Like, to me, that didn't make sense at all. Uh, but yeah,
But we
that was.
still out rebounded them. But
But
we
we
just
didn't.
didn't. But
We
we
didn't
just didn't.
dominate.
I mean, we didn't do it like how we did previously. Yes, we still out rebounded them. We had way more offensive rebounds than them, but we just couldn't connect. We couldn't get points off of those.
Yeah, yeah, that was the major issue, was the points.
And
Uh,
it's also like, to me, like on a game like today where the team just plays terribly, why not give a Dottie a shot?
yeah. So now my question is this, because we spoke about it a little bit, or somebody mentioned it, that when JB was on the bench, and you know they went on that big run, and then the bench wasn't really giving us nothing. The question is this: does Mike Brown trust his bench too much? Fras, is he muted?
Yep.
I don't even know if we could say that he really trusts his bench right now. I think it's still a process of him filling out lineups and working through adjustments in games and trying to put the right pieces in at the right time in certain situations. So I think it's still going to be a little bit of that going on in the next coming games. I mean, give it to like the 20 game mark, 25 game mark. Kind of like what Kev was saying earlier. until we could really like gauge to where we could see what adjustments really being made wrong. But this game kind of falls on the player. I mean, missing so many shots and taking so many bad shots, and then the the, the turnovers just it just all added up to a bad equation.
I mean, I think on nights like tonight, he trusts his bench just a little bit too much.
I think he
Because
trusts the wrong guys on the bench too much.
And what I think he's trying to do is I think he's trying to keep guys fresh, right? And I get it. You don't want to overplay your guys. You
Bro,
trying to
we're in
keep
game
like
3.
Jalen Brunson these guys over a certain amount of minutes. I think so far I see Jalen play like 35 minutes. I don't think he's even passed 35 minutes so far this season. So I think what he's trying to do is keep him fresh, but I feel like tonight he waited a little too long with
yeah,
JB because I feel like JB was cooking. I feel like had he put JB in a little earlier than he did, we could have got a different outcome because really there was no answer for him. Miami was throwing everybody at him and he was playing lights out,
yeah,
so I feel like him playing the bench a little bit too long kind of hurt us tonight because of
yeah.
that.
Yeah, like for instance, and like to Mrs. Nick's point, it's the people that he was playing, right? Because she mentioned Jordan Clarkson. You saw from earlier that he didn't have it, that he was pressing, he was taking bad shots, right? Like there's no reason that in the fourth quarter when we trying to make a comeback, he's on the court in such a pivotal time. Like that I was sitting there looking at my TV. It's like, yo, why is bro still on the court? Like,
And
why is
even
bro?
and
Yeah,
even for me, Josh, and I love Josh, and we're fans of Josh on this
yeah,
show. But if you're not gonna try to do anything offensively, and we're needing scoring, and he played him 29 minutes, like that's too much for someone that, like, I feel like that last play where JB passed to him, Josh looked like he wasn't wanting that ball. Where it was
yeah,
a turnover,
yeah,
and I'm just like, in any other instance, I would be okay with Josh being on the court, but like he
I,
just looks like he doesn't want to do anything offensively.
but I think there was like a miscommunication there because I feel like Josh thought he was gonna shoot the ball and he went to go cut in for the rebound. I could be wrong, but
nah,
that's what I
that's what
felt.
happened.
I felt like that's what happened right there. But I feel like there's something wrong with Josh that we're not being told and it's not being spoken about. And I feel like that's why he's a little hesitant, even shooting the ball. Um, I feel like that hand, that whatever is wrong with his finger, is still lingering and it's affecting his shot. Um, I feel like that's why we getting the Josh that we getting. But listen, he's still doing the other things that we need him to do, the rebounding, the offensive rebounding. I think he had how many he had he had a steal today. So I mean, yeah, I think he could do a little bit more offensively, but it is what it is for right now.
No, for sure. I'm just saying 29 minutes is too much for
Right,
him to not give us a little bit more.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Josh gotta. If you're not going to shoot the ball, you have to be hyper aggressive attacking the basket. Yeah, I mean, and I get it. You know what I mean? Your finger hurt. You're not really confident in your shot. He did put up a 3-pointer early, and he missed really bad. So I knew after that it was over for him shooting. Uh, but you have to be hyper aggressive getting to the cup, especially in transition. You can either force yourself to the free throw line or do what you Do what you do.
Go to the basket.
Which is one of the best parts of your game outside of your rebounding, your transition. Why coast to coast offense is the
Right.
best part of your game. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you making yourself a factor on offense? But you know, it's all. That's what I'm saying. This game was so frustrating to watch from everybody, from OG, from Jordan Clarkson, from Josh Hart, from Cat, like
Yabusele.
Yabusele. The only people that I had any faith in was Mikal and Jalen Brunson tonight. For sure.
You
You
could,
know what I
you
mean?
could, you could see that Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele, they're like itching to do something, and they're like forcing it.
Yeah.
They're not letting the game come to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we kind of answered this already, but I'm gonna ask again to the whole entire panel. Does Mike Brown have this team too dependent on threes?
Yes.
Short answer.
Yes. I mean, we saw it not only today, but the first two games too. Granted, they played. They took more inside shots in the first two games, and the ball moved better in the first two games. And I guess that's why it didn't look like what it looked like tonight. But tonight, you absolutely saw it was way too much, and we have too much talent in the mid-range game for it to look like this. You know what I mean? Like every shot should not be a three-pointer. If you break down the defense, stop fucking passing it out. So that spray three is BS to me. Like if you have a better, easier shot, take the fucking easy shot.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
Y'all know I'm mad because I don't really be cursing this much, but I'm annoyed as hell.
Yeah, because I mean I get it because it's a game that we should have won. We should be 3-0.
Yes.
Yeah, facts.
But you know it is what it is, man. Like they still working on something. I'll tell you this though, once they get that shit together, is you know we'll be right back on the W column.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they get it together soon because I can't man. I'm not trying to sit through another one of them games. I ain't gonna hold
And
you.
won't
Like
turn that shit off.
to the Heat credit though, you know they had some guys that stepped up tonight on, especially they bench, man. They bench massacred our bench.
Yeah, that's a fact. We got
They
smoke.
massacred our bench, man.
We
Our
got
bench
smoke.
did not come to play today. I think Deuce, for some reason I thought Deuce was out today at the last minute, so I
Yeah.
think that kind of hurt us. He was on a roll.
Yeah.
You know he was playing really good the first two games, but he was kind of missed.
But it
Everybody
shouldn't
else,
hurt us. It shouldn't hurt us because we're too deep of a team for this.
yeah, but right now the guys that we have right now, it's just not, you know, like Jordan Clarkson, Yabusele, even Josh offensively. You know what I mean? We don't know. We haven't seen much out of them the first three games.
So my question about Jordan Clarkson is this: do you think his struggles is coming from him not being himself and trying to fit in and play nice on his new team, or he's just you know just out of rhythm?
I feel like he's just trying too hard right now, to be honest. I just feel like he's trying too hard, yo. That's all it is, man. Like he's trying to fit in as much as he can, you know. And right now, his shot is not dropping, you know. And it could be a lot easier if he take better shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in my opinion, right? I think it's more of him being hesitant and not playing like Jordan Clarkson and trying to figure out when should I take my shots? When should I pass the ball? But when he come out and he's with the bench, right? When he's with the bench, we need you to be Jordan Clarkson. You feel me? Like we need you. Yeah, we need bag work. You feel me? Like we need bag work. Be yourself when you out there with that second unit, because that's what we brought you here for, right? I'm not saying that you're gonna take 25 shots when you come off the bench, but I'm just saying you can be more aggressive. Sometimes I see him deferring a little bit too much when he should attack, and then start attacking when he should defer, because he's like, all right, I passed the ball like 8 times now. Now maybe I should try to score. You know what I mean? Versus just having the intentions of, I am a score first basketball player, right? If the opportunity arises itself for me to get my teammates a shot, that's what I do, especially when I play with the bench.
Yeah, I feel like you could tell like with his frustrations, he's like really aggravated with himself because a lot of the shots like he just be missing, you know, and you can see that he's frustrated. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but when you're a shooter and you're not in rhythm the way he is, you go for easy shots to start seeing the ball go through the hoop, and then you start doing a little bit more. And he's not doing that. His first shot out off the bench is a 3 every game.
Yeah.
that's why
It's
I feel
way
like
too.
a lot of these guys need to like instead of shooting a three, it's like I always tell Fras, attack, 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 attack the basket. Fake them. Because once they see you open at the 3-point shot, if they see you gonna try to shoot, you fake them. They're gonna go for the jump because they really think you're gonna fake you. They're gonna shoot it, and then once you fake it, just cut to the basket. A lot of things may happen when you cut to the basket. It might open. You might got some guys open that you can either pass it off to or be aggressive enough to go for a layup and maybe draw a foul. You either get the and one or you don't, or you just get 2 free throws. But a lot of them didn't do that tonight, and I feel like that's the reason why we took another L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this: he better get his shit together because Knicks fans, our span with players be this much, and bro, 3 games, you ain't give us what we want to see.
Yeah. Yeah. He has to make a decision of who he wants to be on this team, right? Uh, we didn't bring you here to be passive, like that. That's not what we brought you here for. You know what I mean? Like we know who you are as a player. Like I'm pretty sure Leon Rose looked at your body of work and was like, all right, he's a hyper aggressive scorer. He's a bucket getter. We need him on the team. Be that guy. You know what I mean? Be that guy, especially when you're playing with the bench. When you're with the starters, obviously you're gonna have to be, a little bit more passive when JB and you playing minutes with JB and Cat. But when you're playing with, especially like Deuce wasn't there today. Like he's
This should have
only,
been
huh?
the war.
Yeah, that's the only person you should be really looking to kind of defer to off the bench. Like is Deuce. Tonight was supposed to be your night to be like, all right, guys, move.
Right.
Move.
And the shit is that he was breaking down defense and then just taking a terrible floater or too strong or trying to pass out. Like,
Or jumping
bro,
through, try to jump through somebody, which was the crazy.
right. Like, you broke down the defense, bro. Take the layup. What is we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a rough night for my boy. I ain't gonna lie, excuse me. It was a rough night for my
Rough
boy.
night number 3, T-Time.
Number
Number 3.
three.
It's just that I expect more. Like, we know what he can bring, right? Like, that's why we were all excited when we got him. But
You
bro,
gotta
come on,
remember, like
man.
it's a new team, new system for him. it just takes time. You know what I mean? Not everybody's just gonna boom play him and then fit in right away. You gotta fit into a whole new system of different guys to play with. All that comes into effect.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I will say this for the first time this season when they put the camera on Mike Brown, he looked lost.
He looked like he wasn't doing nothing.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. He looked like a dead in the headlights tonight. I didn't like it. Like they put the camera on his face. He was wide eyed and his mouth was open. Pause. That was super crazy. But that's what his face was. He was like this. Like he couldn't get a grasp of what was happening. And I'm sitting there looking at my TV like, yo, I could tell you exactly what's happening. Y'all tweaking. Y'all tweaking. Yeah, I know y'all saw me in the group text. I'm like, yo, OG got to relax with these threes. Then I'm like, all right, every shot can't be a three because every shot was a three, yo.
12.
It was
way
no.
too many.
Listen, I don't ever. Y'all, I've been saying this since Jules was on this team. Ain't nobody should be taking more than 5 threes. Nobody.
Unless you're on fire. Unless you make the first 5.
You hear what I'm saying? I give you some leeway if you miss 2 of them. All right, you missed 2. Keep shooting, right? But bro, for most of the game, you were like 2. You was like 2 for 6. Like, bro, what we doing? That don't mean keep shooting. And you shot 12. You shot 12 of those things, man. You know what I mean? That's a fact. That's a fact. Because I promise you, you know what I mean? I'm shipping this out. I'm shipping this out as soon as we get 10 of the $5 joints. You heard? But what you call it? Yeah. It was just nasty work from everybody involved tonight, man. Except for JB and Mikal. This is the Mikal I want to see, though. I wish everybody else played well. But this is the Mikal I want to see. Yeah, I mean, like tonight, bro, him and JB was literally trying to carry us to victory tonight. You know what I mean?
I feel like tonight is a night where he should have took way more than 11 shots.
Yeah.
Way more than 11 shots, bro. Because he was 3 for 5 from the 3-point line, 7-11 from the field. Like you was cooking, bro. And there's not too many guys on that team that could stop you. So I love that he's playing with more like. But tonight is a night that you could have took over when you see guys ain't stepping up.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Like, but this will come with time. You know what I mean? This will come with time. But it's still nasty to watch. Like I'm trying to, like Kev said, it's game 3. I'm trying not to overreact, right? But 54 threes. But 54 threes. That's all I keep on replaying in my mind. 54 threes, and we made how many of them? 12?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
We made 12. I got the stat is somewhere here. I'm trying to see. I need the refresh.
Yo, listen, man. Like when it
15 for 54.
When it comes to Mikal, defensively this year, he's playing solid all the way around. I'm not. He's doing everything we asked for him to do. Honestly, I think, in my opinion. But tonight, you play great. I ain't gonna knock you, but I need you to take more than 11 shots, bro.
Yeah.
I need you to be on some. You see how like JB, like, yeah, we saw a lot of JB tonight, but it felt like, all right, I gotta fucking take over this shit because it feels like nobody else is.
That's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what it
That's
was.
exactly what he did, yo. JB literally looked around and said, "Oh, this how y'all gonna play tonight? Copy."
Right.
I'm about to try to bring us to victory, but that's why you have superstars, and that goes to I forgot who said it, but that goes to one of y'all point when y'all said in the fourth quarter he left JB on the bench too long. Like,
Yeah.
JB is playing like he's averaging like 35 minutes a game. It's literally what he averaged under Coach Tommy T, right? That he's not averaging less minutes. I think the minutes are just being broken up differently. You know what I mean? But tonight was one of those 40-minute games. Sometimes you're going to have to play your superstar 40 minutes. That's natural. That's why they're the superstar. You feel me? And tonight was one of those nights that clearly JB needed to be on the court for 40. Cat was in foul trouble, wasn't having a great game. Like, Mikal was giving you everything that he could give you. Pause. And everybody else was on the milk carton. Group pitcher milk carton. You know what I mean? So JB needed to be out there. 40-minute game. JB should have had a 50-point game tonight and a W. But it is what it is, I suppose. Who we play next?
Milwaukee.
We play Milwaukee next.
I mean, unless y'all got anything to add about tonight's game.
Fras, you got anything you want to add?
I'm cool. We just can't keep seeing a repeat performance of this one and done run and gun. Mike Brown, 43-point attempts is not the way. Try bringing that down to like 25, and I think we'll be all right.
So you saying 43 as an average is not the way?
I'm saying 43 pointers a game,
Yeah,
43-point attempts per
yeah,
game.
yeah. You
That's
saying like averaging 43 pointers throughout the season is not it?
that's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that should be the game plan either because we have too many versatile guys. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
too many versatile guys.
Our three main guys score willingly in the paint. JB, Cat, and Mikal.
You hear what I'm saying?
We should be bullying dudes.
Mixing it up. And the crazy part is this, right? We made 15 3-pointers. And if we shot 35, that's a really good number. That's a really good number. If we shot 35 3-pointers and made 15, we'd be talking about, oh, the Knicks was on fire tonight. But you shoot 54 and they only make 15. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. But yeah. Oh, Fras, you got any picks for us?
Well, due to OG Anunoby 1 point less than the number on last show, we would have had a sweep of the Knicks picks, but football picks was absolutely horrible this week. I'm gonna give you the quick Knicks rundown because we playing Milwaukee. Brunson again for 25. Cat for another double. Mikal for 15. OG for 12. 3-pointer for Brunson. 3-pointer for Mikal Bridges. Brunson for 5 assists. And I think I'm gonna put Cat for 12 rebounds too with the double because
Yeah.
some reason he's been getting over 10 quite a bit. So I'm gonna take him for 12 rebounds.
Yeah. I'm not going to do all that reading that Knickerbocker Ave do. Yeah, I mean, but is a disclaimer scrolling across the bottom. Bet responsibly. This is not financial advice. You feel me? This is for entertainment purposes only. You know what I mean? And if you need help, there's a number for you guys. Nah, but so like we said, we play in Milwaukee on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, any keys to victory?
Just move the ball, man. Just move the ball around. Stop chucking up so many threes. Play better defense. Close on your guys. Protect the paint. And you do all that, we win the game.
Mm-hmm.
I
Rest
think
of the
Cat needs to
guys,
play smart. Cat had a bunch of stupid ass fouls today.
Yeah.
And y'all know Giannis, he's a foul baiter. So
Yeah.
Cat must play smart. Yabusele's gonna be huge for us. He has to also play smart. We have to move the ball. We have to play Knicks basketball. What we saw in game 1 and 2. We also have to remember this isn't the same Bucks team as last year, right? They got Turner now. So now they're spreading the floor too. But then they're also missing a Dame Lillard. So they're not what we saw last season, and we're not what they saw last season. So it's going to be interesting to see. But if we play the way we played in game 1 and 2, it should be an easy win. We can't be doing what we did today. We can't be doing what we did today.
Nasty ball.
Hopefully we get to hear something about Mitch and something about Deuce, because we need them on the court with us. I mean, I feel like, and I don't want to go off topic a little, but what the fuck are the Knicks hiding from us about Mitch? Because what low management, and dude ain't played one game this season. I'm confused.
I was gonna ask y'all.
I'm so confused. Like, did he get hurt and y'all not trying to say he got hurt?
Right.
Because low management means I played a game, I'm gonna take the next game off.
Right.
Off for 3 games.
Are you using him? Are you using him as a piece?
Like, what the hell? It's annoying, bro.
Yeah, I don't like what's happening with this Mitch situation. It's very concerning. I'm just gonna try to trust whatever's happening. Maybe it's a bigger plan involved, but we did play some small team. I mean, except for Cleveland. You know what I mean? Cleveland, they played 2 bigs. But other than that, Boston is a whole lot smaller than they were a year ago. Miami don't play with, really big pause. So kind of like resting my hat there is like kind of reason why they like, we don't really need Mitch for these games.
Yeah, but you can play him 10 minutes.
Yeah. But and I also feel like they felt like this is a game they should have won. You know what I mean? Like, we could win this game without Mitch. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen. It did happen.
I guess I'm super concerned because was he on the bench? Because I didn't see him on the bench.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't even on the bench.
Right, he hasn't been on the bench, but he's on the road with them. And he was in the games in the Garden, but he's not on the bench. So there's something there.
Maybe. You might be right. Yeah, I mean, and we're gonna have to come back to this when something happened because you're the first person that said something. We got the
and then Deuce, I mean, they said it was personal. I'm assuming maybe baby, because he got a newborn.
Yeah, probably some daddy duties.
Daddy duties.
Probably some daddy duties. Shout out.
Welcome to daddy life. Welcome to daddy life, Deuce.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we need them. Like, at the end of the day, they're needed pieces to what we got going. And I mean, we should win as long as we play mixed basketball. But Lord Jesus, help us.
Fras, talk to me about the Milwaukee game, gang.
Well, it's basically how Mike Brown's gonna adjust to Giannis and Miles Turner playing. I'm curious to see what he throws out there from the start and if they're gonna come through and shut those guys down so that way the Knicks could take advantage because we know they ain't got no real point guard like that. Their point guard depth is very low. I think Porter Jr. is hurt as well for them. So that's a focal point that we already know JB gonna take advantage of that. But the key is to avoid a performance like tonight against Milwaukee. We gotta be like this for 4 quarters. It can't just be for spurts in the game. You gotta be consistent throughout the game. That's what we need. That's
Fact.
what beats Milwaukee in this game.
Yep. That's the fact.
So, like Fras said, they don't really have a real point. I want to see us be aggressive with the ball handlers, try to speed them up. Because when you do that, normally they make mistakes, especially people who's not used to having to handle the ball on a consistent all game basis. Uh, you know, obviously OG is probably going to be guarding Giannis. Uh, you know, he usually does. But OG needs to be smart. Try to force Giannis to be a jump shooter. That's easier said than done because that guy gets to the rim whenever he wants because he's Giannis. You feel me? He's the Greek freak. But that should be the game plan, making someone else beat us. Because I don't got no confidence in none of the rest of that roster. Uh, but Miles
Well,
Turner,
I will say this.
Miles
Bobby
Turner on that
Portis
team
has
now,
played
right?
great games against us. So,
Yeah. But Miles Turner on that team now, right?
yeah, he
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I don't even worry about him neither.
So he kind of adds. Now he opens up the floor a little bit for them because he shoot.
Yep.
Fact.
So they gotta watch out for him. You know what I mean? He's a threat on the 3-point line. Knicks gotta defend the 3-point line.
Oh yeah, bum ass Kyle Kuzma over there too. Shout out to Stephen
Yep.
Kennedy.
Kyle
Facts.
Kuzma, and you got the kid from Toronto that was playing with Toronto. Forgot his name.
Gary
Who
Trent.
on the
Gary
Bucks?
Gary
Trent.
Trent Jr. Right, Fraz. There you go. There you go. He's a decent player. He's a decent player that come off the bench. So hey, listen. Anybody can beat you in the NBA now, man. You gotta play smart basketball. Protect the ball and just
So
play
Kuzma
together.
didn't play today for the Bucks. He's injured.
Yeah. Oh, Kuzma didn't play. Well, he's a
No,
bum
he's
anyway.
injured.
But the thing
Huh.
is, here come the Knicks, and then all of a sudden everybody healthy.
True.
You know how that go. You know how that go. I don't even. When I see that. Oh yeah, the night before this guy, half the team ain't play, but then the Knicks come, everybody healthy, and then they start balling out all of a sudden.
Nah, somebody said Wobble Selly is too fat. That's mad funny.
Wow, we'll
That's
tell you.
mad funny. Uh, nah, but I
Salute,
think
salute, salute.
I think the way that our style of play, if we if we play like we played the first two games, we're going to win, and we're probably going to win by a lot, right? Uh, but if we play like we played today, no ball movement, chucking threes, a guy catch the ball that is not even a good shot. They're looking at the defender in the face and goes, you already know I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot, even though the defender's right
Yeah.
here at my face, I'm gonna shoot. If we do that like we did tonight, we're gonna lose. But hopefully we can get back on the right track, playing together, passing the rock, guys not being scared to attack the rim. And that's another thing I saw tonight too. Was a lot of hesitation, a lot of scary basketball happening. A lot of guys double second guessing what they wanted to do. But even still, before we wrap up, I meant to mention this because he needs a shout out. Even though it was a bad loss, I'm still loving what I'm seeing from Tyler. I'm still loving what I'm seeing from Tyler. I was like, that boy playing with some confidence. You know what I mean? I love his court vision. The more reps he get, I think the better he gonna continue to get. I think we just scratched the surface on Tyler Kolek and his talents. You know what I mean? But unless y'all got anything else, you know what I mean?
Nah, just excited to see that Bucks game. Let's go Knicks, because I know we're gonna come out with a dub. I'm very confident in this team. It's just the working curve that we're going through right now. Hit that like button, subscribe for your peoples. You know, show us some love. Sharing is caring. Um, and that's it, man. Let's go Knicks.
Shopify.
Word,
Hit the
word.
Shopify up, you know what I mean?
Cop some merch.
Cop some merch. If you on the YouTube, you ain't even gotta do nothing too crazy to go to the Shopify, right? You could just click the Nixon-ish logo on your YouTube, and then the shop pops up right there. You feel me? So, yeah, I mean, support the squad, cop some merch, get you some Nixon-ish fire. Yeah, I mean, this is on the Shopify. Yeah, I mean, the JB on fire. Yeah, I mean, like Kev said, hit that like button, subscribe, set the notification bell to all. Yeah, I mean, and on to the next one. Yeah, I mean, on to the next one. Yeah, I mean, even though I hate on the even though I hate the Giants right now, it was a bad day for New York sports, except for the Jets. How'd that work? How'd that work?
You know,
The
I
worst.
felt like Vegas had a lot to do with what happened to the Giants today.
Not that ankle.
And that when it comes to the ankle though, like that was unfortunate, completely unfortunate.
Yeah. But yeah, you know. Yeah, we see y'all next time.
All right.
Fras, you know what we're supposed to do.
Hit the outro.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back to melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it.